Temporada 2 de Netflix's Narcos. Es la historia de Pablo Escobar en la carrera en Colombia. Excuse me, man, that show really gets to you with the Spanish. Seriously, just watch this instead of taking a Spanish class. Anyway, season 2 shows us the brazen end of Colombia's most infamous and most feared drug kingpin, Pablo Escobar. And I mean, that shouldn't come to anyone's surprise that this was the endgame of the television series anyway.
It's from the day Pablo escapes till his death.
So in the season,
Pablo's gonna die this season.
oh, wow.
So yes, keep in mind there will be spoilers in this video if you haven't seen this Netflix original. So does this actually mean the end of the Narcos television series? Or will there be a third season possibly following the Cali cartel? What's going to happen to Pedro Pascal's character Javier Peña as he's being questioned by the people in operations about the increase in cocaine production even though Pablo is quickly losing power? And who's the real winner of Escobar's death? Colombia? The Cali cartel, or the DEA? First, the actual ending with DEA agent Javier Peña speaking to the people in operations, and how much he really knows about the Cali cartel. Remember, in episode 5 titled Enemies of My Enemy, he had teamed up with Los Pepes and Judy Moncada because all his work at the DEA wasn't getting him any closer to capturing or killing Pablo Escobar. So he decides that the intelligence that Judy Moncada can provide is worth it in order to get the revenge that he seeks for Pablo killing all the people he knew, and seeing Pablo Escobar dead. But his revenge does obstruct his better judgment, making him walk a tightrope between good cop and dirty cop. But as far as the interview in reality, not much is known about what was actually discussed, but all we know is that Agent Javier Peña was not fired, as he continued to work for the DEA all the way until his retirement in January of 2014, at which point afterwards he became a consultant for the Netflix Narcos series. And Agent Peña did not shy away from the idea of being motivated solely by revenge in order to take down Escobar. And so because of this meeting, really going nowhere, except to possibly help take down the new kingpins in Colombia, the Cali cartel, it's a safe bet to say that there will not be a Narcos Season 3. Although it is worth noting that with Pablo out of the picture, the Cali cartel quickly owned 90% of the cocaine market, meaning if you bought any yayo at this time, it most likely came from them. The other 10% is cocaine residue you can find in Scarface's nose.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I'm kidding, don't listen to Rick James, kids, don't do drugs. And if you're wondering if Gilberto got the same treatment as Escobar in his end, well, you'd be wrong. He's currently serving a 30+ year jail sentence for conspiracy to import cocaine into the US and money laundering. He is serving a sentence in a medium security federal correctional institute in Memphis, Tennessee, and the Cali cartel was dismantled and ended all operations in 1998, 5 years after Pablo Escobar's death. So with all that, who's the real winner here? The Cali cartel, who had a short run as the world's leaders in cocaine distribution until 1998, the DEA, who still to this day struggles with the narcotics flow in and out of the country, or Colombia, who to this day is still known as one of the murder capitals of the world? Well, it looks like I'm gonna cancel my vacation trip to Venezuela. The answer? None of them. The real winner is everybody who watches this TV series. One of the true signs of a good TV or movie villain is when you find yourself siding with them or feeling sentiment for them. I couldn't help but feel bad for seeing Pablo's lifeless body on that rooftop. Even as Agent Steve Murphy says, when you lay eyes on the devil, it's just a letdown. Just a man with a beard, fat and shoeless. But then I was quickly reminded of all the terrible terrorist acts he committed and suddenly felt differently. Wagner Moura's performance showing a madman's rise and fall from the throne, and all the different emotions portrayed in these events, from a loving husband and father to a brutal terrorist leader, shows why the story of Pablo Escobar makes for great TV when done right. And while I can't really say everybody else falls flat in comparison to Wagner Moura's performance, you really can't wait until you see him again on screen. And with all the Spanish and the subtitles and trying to keep track of who's who, it can make it a little difficult for gringos like me to keep track of the story. But one thing we can all agree on is that Narcos is definitely worth a watch. That's everything I've got for this ending explained. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and tell me your favorite scene from this season. Mine had to be when Pablo gives back the gifted bullet to that crazy search block leader. And I'll be back next time with videos like this and more. And as always, guys, this is 5 Fingers with the Fingerbang Show. I'm out.